Скъпи приятели, в стечение на това видео ще видите как може да спечелите тази тениска, лично подписана не от кой да е, а от самия мистер Олимпия 2019 Брандън Къри.
The Olympia gold medal and the Sandow. To our winner and new Mr. Olympia, Brandъn Къри.
What are we training today?
Today we do mostly back. I typically I stimulate upper body in general, but we'll lead with back because back is the priority of my training in this between season. We may do a little shoulders after, but I think that'll be the just of it.
What do you drink for your pre-workout?
Typically in this selection I will use hot blood, of course.
Yeah.
With the caffeine in, if I'm don't have a big training window and I want to get 2 meals in.
Yeah.
Sometimes I'll throw with protein as one of my meals with a carbohydrate source. So even something like the oats, and the oats and whey would be a good pre-workout because it digests quickly. So if I have a meal right before training, it's normally liquid. But if I have 3 hours, then up to 2 hours, then I'll have a full solid meal.
What time prior workout you take oatmeal if?
Well, within that 2-hour window.
Wow.
Won't make me too full, but I'm not training empty stomach.
Okay. You told something interesting about the caffeine intake per day. What is yours?
I try not to go too much over 500 milligrams if possible. Because I'm normally taking in like 300 milligrams with the hot blood at one time. So I'll normally just supplement coffee or something like this outside of my pre-workout.
Okay. So now I'm gonna take. We're gonna take hot blood, and in the end of the workout, what do you prefer? Which one of these products?
At the finish of the workout, I think
The isolate.
the isolate is going to be the most like my tradition.
Okay.
Isolate is what I go for.
Okay. So now we are mixing. Така, ето и една за мен, аз ще гледам да е малко, да не е пълна, защото съм пил едно кафе, да не стават много милиграма и кофеин. Cheers! And now for the audience, can you sign these 2 t-shirts? I'll give them away with your signature product, Superhero. Двете тениски, giveaway, обещавам, че няма да ги нося. Найс. Условията за giveaway са супер семпли, просто коментирайте в YouTube и един от вас ще спечели. Коментирайте, имайте предвид, че и двете тениски са с размер XL. Един от вас да коментира в YouTube коя иска, черна или бяла, и има шанс да я вземе. Аз отивам да се обличам и ме чакайте в залата. I'm doing whatever you're doing.
All right. Not counting, just
Yeah. Just stretching.
yes.
Any tips
Try to
about
bring as low as you can. So as low as you can go. If you got to lean away to bring it lower, then lean away to bring it lower. There you go. All right, now these next sets, I'm not going to go too close to failure until I get to heavy enough weight.
what is your usual routine? Do you have some warm-up sets or working sets?
Yeah, I try to do maybe 2 working sets max.
Yeah, works for me. This is warm-up set.
Yeah, warm up. No, don't try to go anywhere close to failure. Just get used to the load. Adjust to the load.
What's your favorite kind of music?
Typically with training, in the environments I come in, they're either playing hip hop or rock,
Yeah,
or some form of version of the two.
typical bodybuilding music.
Yeah.
I always ask guys like you, how is to be filmed while training, while prepping for Olympia?
Yeah, I can forget about the cameras being there unless I want to entertain. But I have no problem zoning in.
Who is your biggest bodybuilding friend?
I don't know if I have just one. He was one of those guys who was one of my good rivalries, but we're good friends and he motivates me a lot. He helped get me out of some slumps in my career mentally. Was Uilям Bонак.
Уилям Бонак.
Yeah.
Crazy physique.
Yeah.
Crazy physique. The interesting thing in bodybuilding is that you can be rivals on the stage, but you can be friends in the gym.
Oh, yeah. Definitely. I mean, that's the best part. Even in competition, even though it's competitive, it's still friendly.
Yeah. Do we chase any repetitions here?
Just
Or refill it?
It's gonna be close to failure.
Okay.
Yeah, technically I count more reps
Yeah.
when I'm logging, but
No, it's unnecessary.
I'm not gonna use this to log, so I don't count.
Now it's unnecessary.
Yes.
Whoa.
Okay. There we go.
You use the widest angle here,
Yeah.
the widest grip.
Widest grip for me is not really legs. It's more upper back
Yeah.
and teres major,
Yeah.
but it's not as lat focused, especially when I pull it to my chest.
The interesting thing for me, when I'm going in front of the camera, I get way more pump.
I find that the camera often speeds up my pace. So this creates environment for more pump too, because you don't take the rest as much.
Maybe.
For me, I have to remember when I'm filming to slow down. Okay. Probably need to start counting. See, if this exercise was a lot of lats, then there's no way we can continue to go head.
Yeah.
Because we just work lats a great deal with the first, right? I feel,
Baby branch Warren.
yeah, that was more quicker cadence.
Yeah.
Yeah, I used to train like this. My training started like this.
Like the branch Warren style,
Stretchy
Rory
style,
Colman. Yeah.
Because I was always trying to move weight fast, which is good for fast twitch muscle fibers. But when it comes to weaker body parts, it's not as good to use the momentum if you don't have the engagement. Or certain body parts that don't respond well, you have to slow down to make sure you're using this part as a priority or not momentum or any other areas to help. But if you're strong in a body part, you can engage good, speed is your friend. My concentric is always pretty quick if the weight allows. But I change up the eccentric speed based on the exercise. If it's a strength or weakness.
Yeah.
If it's not a top set too, I will slow it down.
Okay. Извинявам се, че не говоря чак толкова много на български, но днес имахме буквално 2 часа подкаст. Можеш да имаме поне още 2 часа подкаст. Всичко, което този човек каза, е изключително интересно. Так, какво направихме до момента? Първото упражнение, горански пец, те се хват. Таргетираме предимно разтягане на лопатките, дълбочина. А сега целим натоварване в така наречения горен гръб. С максимално широк хват.
Yes. Come on.
One last. Okay.
Good. Just bring the elbow to the hip. To shorten the shoulder to the hip requires a lat engagement of the torso. So. Also, the elbow position is important too. With this grip, you're not allowed to kick the elbow out too far. Because when you kick the elbow out, you alleviate some of the tension in the lat. But if you leave the elbow locked in, the lat has to stretch and it can't be relieved.
Like this?
Yeah, so it's locked in. So the elbow is always pointing this way.
What do you expect for tomorrow?
I expect it to be a good crowd because of the regional qualification.
I can give you my passport to register and go.
And you know, as soon as I went and got to the hotel, a lady says, "Oh, are you here for the bodybuilding?" I said, "Yes." She says, "Oh, I'll show you how to register. What to register?" I said, No. I'm not here to register.
Where is the sandal trophy?
Well, I had it in my office at the gym, but I gave up my office space for people who would use it.
Yeah?
Because I never use my office.
Yeah.
So I gave it to some trainers and my partner because she's always on the computer. So now my sandal's in the garage. And all my other trophies. I'm not very nostalgic.
Yeah, okay. Да, статуетката от мистер Олимпия, така наречения трофей Сандол, му е в гаража.
Because I didn't want it in my house. I didn't want to have to look at it every day.
Does the sandal trophy gives you pressure?
No.
Okay.
It doesn't give me pressure, but it's an accomplishment. It's great, but I have to move on.
Yeah, of course.
I have to move on.
Yeah.
I've always been this way.
What was the first feeling when they gave you the sandal trophy?
When you win this trophy, you don't feel it right away, what you did. It's like, I'm in the moment, but I kind of know what's happening, but it's not real yet. So it wasn't until I got home and took a nap in my bed to where everything came to hit me. And I'm like, oh, I'm in tears, like, oh, it really happened. But it's delayed reaction. But my Olympia winning experience was very unusual as well. There was this the only contest that I experienced in a long time where there was absolutely no opposition. I don't know, it's like as soon as I came around, everybody knew I was going to win. And everybody treated me like I was going to win. I don't know if it's bad, I don't know, but it's kind of like you want a challenge, you know, you want to feel like, battling for this. But not quite what I thought it would be.
You want it like a war at the stage.
Yeah, you know. Woo. Okay. I didn't count. So.
Do you have a competitor that you don't like?
No. I mean, it gets tension. Don't get me wrong. I've had some misunderstandings, received some apologies, but I don't take things personal. Bodybuilding, the number one rule in bodybuilding to survive mentally is don't take anything personal.
Of course.
You're there to be judged, so don't be surprised if the judgments don't go in your favor. And bodybuilding is also a business, not just sport. So, as much as we want to score more points and dominate the competition, we can only do it within the realms of judging. The more guys understand this aspect of it, the more you take things less personal, the better you sit back and you get the big picture. The bigger picture is what matters.
I just want to tell something about re-racking your weights. Мистер Олимпия 2019 си разтоварва тежести за пореден път. Ти защо не си ги разтоварваш?
Yes, this is not oxygen gym, and they do rack you weights before you run, so you have to do it yourself.
Няма шерпи да разтоварват. In oxygen gym you have guys who re-rack the weights?
Yeah.
Come on, that's crazy. И друго важно, в Oxygen Gym няма музика. There is no music in Oxygen Gym.
Music. To the chest. To the chest, is it good?
Направихме едно гребане на машина, отново тесен хват за отново лопатки, ширина в момента. Отново таргетираме горната част на гърба. Аз лично тази ръкохватка не съм я ползвал никога. Но във вашата зала дори да няма подобна ръкохватка, може да измислите нещо подобно. Okay. What is your pre-game Olympia workout split?
This last prep was a little probably unconventional. We'll start out with Sunday. Sunday's leg day, more press and quad dominant.
Yeah.
Monday's push and pull day, horizontal focus. So some people call that thickness focus.
Yeah.
Me, it's all thickness focus, but so more bench pressing, superset. I use antagonist pairing, so I pair a horizontal press with a horizontal row. I did this mostly in this workout session. Tuesday is leg day again.
Again.
Hip dominant.
Hip dominant, okay.
Yeah, hip dominant with more isolation for quads and hams.
Yeah.
Wednesday, push-pull day, vertical focus. So more shoulders and vertical pulling with the lats.
Yeah.
A little chest. Thursday, leg day.
Again.
But more pressing.
Third leg day.
Yeah. And then Friday, it was my touch-up day. For upper body, mostly back.
Touch up, what does
That means I'm touching up on any body part that I think can use a little bit more volume
Okay.
throughout the week.
Who tells you that you need touch up biceps to
Me.
you? Okay.
Me. Because based on my recovery rate and based on where I see any gaps in my development. So I usually stay for more back because the back can never be too good.
Yeah.
We train a little maybe upper chest and maybe I will, depending on how I feel that week, depending on how the shoulders feel, I may add a little bit more shoulders because maybe the shoulder volume is overall low.
And Saturday rest day.
Saturday rest, yes.
Rest day. Do you do cardio Saturday or no?
Rest day, no.
Okay. Добре. Това е доста, как да кажа, нетипична програма. И честно казано, ако няма да се качвате на сцената на Олимпия и нямате конкретни нужди, каквито има той, не ви съветвам да я ползвате, защото е наистина доста специфична и не да напреднали на следващото ниво. How much time you spend in the gym?
I don't count, but I'm often limited. Let's say I have to pick up my son by, he gets out of school at 2:30.
Yeah.
So I try to leave the gym around 2. If I get there at 12:30, that's the latest I can get there.
Hour and a half.
Yeah, but if I have a long leg day, maybe I'll get there by 12.
2 hours.
Yes.
Час и половина къса тренировка, 2 часа дълга тренировка, мистер Олимпия. Така че не прекарвайте 3 часа в залата. Няма никакъв смисъл. Има смисъл в това да, така нареченото stacking days, да трупате дни, да трупате тренировки и ще гледате подкаста, той казва на 2 пъти, че цялата работа с бодибилдинга е маратон, не е спринта. И генерално с човешкото здраве е маратон, не е спринт. What are the biggest dumbbells in oxygen?
Oxygen didn't have big dumbbells. They have 150 pound top.
150, това е 70 кг.
That's almost every gym in America.
Днес на подкаст си говорихме, че той е буквално в прехода от информацията, която идва от списанията, към информацията, която идва от социалните мрежи, което като се замислите е доста интересно.
It's dramatic change in the industry.
Yeah.
We took it for granted because we could be lazy, not do much work, and get all the publicity. Then you have to do all the work yourself. Big transition.
Yeah.
The companies are like, oh, hey, we need you to post. I'm like, hold on.
What's this?
You need to post this much. I'm like, really? You should just call me, take a bunch of pictures, and market everything yourself. Now, you want me to do it how many times?
Yeah, it was an adjustment phase. But
You have to change.
Yeah.
When the times change.
You have to adapt.
otherwise, you lose.
You kicked out of the game.
Yes.
Can you remember the guy who influenced you the most and told you the most influential words?
I say, I know Dexter Jackson was one of those guys. He gave me a hard time in the beginning. He gave me no respect, which I know now he was just treating me like a rookie. But we became friends. He told everybody. Yeah, Brendan thought I didn't like him. It wasn't that I didn't like him. It was he's a rookie. He treated me like a rookie, but I earned his respect. And yeah, he gave me some very valuable insight. A lot I learned just by watching and ask questions. You know, he's always real chill, real professional. Ronnie, I got a chance to work with Ronnie in the beginning of my career and ask him questions, especially when I was going through not being so successful. And he gave me very interesting perspectives and stories about his own career. And when he wanted to quit, one thing he told me, I was in conflict with coaching. I said, Ronnie, you always listen to your coach. He said, yeah, I listen to my coach, but not always. He says that at the end of the day, you got to be happy with what you bring to the stage. Your coach ain't on the stage. It's you on the stage. So you have to live with you being on the stage. He said at the end of the day, sometimes you make decisions for yourself because your coach is not you, not in your body.
I can imagine talking to you like with his voice.
Yeah. Sometimes his stories are so simple. He tell me the time after the 07 Olympia, he wanted to quit.
Yeah.
He said, yeah, after 07 Olympia, I want to quit. I got beat by Lee Priest, and I think he went from 7th to 9th from the previous year. And he said, I wanted to quit. I told Vicky, I'm tired of bodybuilding. I want to quit.
Who's Vicky? His wife?
Yeah, his wife. She said, boy, you're not going to quit. He said, okay. So I don't quit, and I win Olympia next year. I said, that was simple enough.
Yeah, simple enough.
But I got to hang around a lot of guys. I got to hang around Jay through
he was friends with Silvio Samuel.
Yeah.
And Silvio, he actually one of the guys that helped me prep for my competition when I was turning pro. He gave me my final days dial in because he's always coming in great condition. So my wife suggested I should go meet with him and ask him for help. So I did. And when I used to go out there and hang with Silvio, he often hang with Jay. Because Jay wants to know all his secrets for conditioning, you know, how to come in for shows. And he was trying to figure out how to get bigger from Jay. So they were good friends. So.
Yeah.
So this is my touch-up for shoulders. So I come in, I don't do a lot of shoulders, but I come and stimulate the shoulders.
Just to remind them that you're working out.
Yeah, it's much easier to maintain muscle than it is to build muscle. It's so much easier. Like probably 50 times easier to maintain muscle. You come in and stimulate the muscle once a week, you can maintain it as long as your calories are eating. But to change the muscle, gain the muscle, this takes way more work.
Up. Okay. What we'll do next?
That's it.
That's it? We're
That's it.
finished?
Yes.
Okay.
A little back, and mostly back and a little shoulders. And I'm done.
Okay. Give me some advices, come on. You're out-angling me now. I look small.
No, you're hitting it right.
Okay.
Squeeze. 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 Not too much. Just a little. Show your arm. Show your armpits. And smile. That's my cue.
Yeah, you need to be charismatic on the stage. You need to have some smile. Let's go drink protein. So, our workout is done.
Yeah, easy.
Easy.
Yeah, not too much, you know, just a little bit for the camera. A little pump. A little talk. Have fun, nothing serious. The Olympia is not tomorrow.
Това беше от тренировката за гръб и малко рамо от нас и честно казано не знам на колко хора им се отдава възможността да тренират с мистер Олимпия от близкото минало. Минали са буквално само 5 години и половина, както стана мистер Олимпия. Не знам повече какво кажеш. Следете канала, видите ми инстаграма. Giveaway е много важен. Тениските са там, няма да ходя да ги взимам. Казал съм в началото. Просто коментирайте в YouTube коя искате, бялата или черната. Хиксел са и двата размера. Коментирайте и така. Чао от мене.